Greetings and mabuhay to all the viewers around the world. This is Vince AJ Nanas, and you're watching MUN at Home, Youth Leaders of Today's World. So, just to give you a glimpse about our event for today, MUN at Home, Youth Leaders of Today's World is an avenue for MUN delegates who are willing to speak about their experiences, about their thoughts or insights about how MUN helped them to become a better person or to become a better leader in their community. So, without further ado, or before we introduce our speakers, rather, let us hear the words of or welcoming remarks, rather, from our president and founder of International Youth Development Model United Nations, Mr. Hassan Albana. Sir, you have the floor to speak.
Thank you so much, Vince. Uh, Today's we are just started our Moon at Home Youth Leaders of Today's World this program, and it's about our international express. We are started this program for develop our skills, also the youth skills from their homes, and everyone know that how Mooners work in the from home and everywhere. Our today's program arranged by the MUN4Skills by Fawad Ali Langa and WPI Moon as a partner of the event and Youth Munners Society as a partner of the event. Thank you of all them. So be a partner of us to collaborate with this program and thank you for the guest speaker to be here in our this program as a guest speaker, and thank you so much everyone, and thank you so much the Vinge to arrange this program for Moon at Home for the youth. Okay, so our work is that like we are just raising our voice in the worldly, and we are just trying to express every youth selves. We are trying to just giving them too much opportunity to work in the international platform. Okay, so you know that how much youth are working in this world for their nations, for their countries. How much youth are working for their country? We just know about just 2%. We just know about just 5% in this nation are working the model United Nations. So what about that 95% students? What about that 95% uh, partners? Okay, what they are doing that? What they are doing at this time, at this COVID-19 impacts? What they are doing? So they have to do something like us. Okay, so I am thinking about every youth that if we are just started from first and we just motivate every people's every partner to be in our society, and they can come with us, they can come with this types of event, and they will just motivate them. They'll just motivate them as a worker of these youth nations. They'll motivate them as a worker of their countries. They'll motivate them as a worker for their peoples. So we need every youth. So we need every youth for this worker. Okay, so we need every youth is started working for these nations. It will be better for everyone. It will be better for our world. It will be better for our next youth challenges. We need our world youth leaders, because what happened our next world, because it's already started the third world and the cold war, everything started. So we need more and more participants in this United Nations for developing their skills. As the model United Nations, we need every youth in this society. We need every youth for these future leaders. So these types of event we are just trying to working now. These types of event we are just giving every youth for their good opportunity from us. So IYD Moon started to working the first session as youth workers, as government mooner, as the international platform for everyone, that we are trying to give every opportunities like everything. You know that how much moon we have this international world, how much moon the all of us moon is not like that the free. Okay, so we are just first moon, not just we are just giving the free confirmation and conversation at these times. So from my first topic, if we are just telling that we have to start at our the society build up. Okay, so I just don't want to make my speech bigger. I just giving everyone a speaker. There have our honorable speakers and our host Vinch and the Vina Kogo and the Isa Nadia and the Raisa Medula and Adolfo. Everyone just you're just deserve. Thank you so much for just arranging this program as youth leaders because you're the world leaders who will just developing this world day by day in next time. Okay, so I hope everyone just doing their best performance from their sessions and from their position. Okay, so thank you so much Vinch for arranging this program, and thank you so much everyone. Please continue.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hassan, for that very inspiring and uplifting message. So, without further ado, let me introduce to you our speakers or guests for today's event. So, to start, introducing our first speaker. So, our first speaker is currently living in um, Acapulco, Mexico, but he's originally from Texas, USA. He had joined MUN or Model United Nations since 2016, and he was the Secretary General at Universidad Español Model United Nations. So let us all welcome our first speaker. We have Adolfo Alvarez. Hello, Adolfo. Welcome to the
Hi, thank
program.
you so much, Vince, for inviting me. Good night from Mexico. Actually, it's 4 a.m. here. I'm very happy to be here with you guys. I know you from MUN, from online MUN. Like during this quarantine, I have joined several online MUNs, and one of the best things I have got from the conferences are meeting you because you are like good friends because we shared like the same proposals. We share like the same purpose to be involved in the world changes, even if we now we can have like face-to-face meetings or even if we can have like offline MUNs, like we're trying to change the world from home. And it is like the best part of being here today. We're trying to share with others what we think about MUN. We're trying to spread the importance of MUN now during this crisis because it's like I think it's the best way to raise our voice in many problems. Like it's not only about one problem or only about one situation. In MUN, we have like the opportunity to share our opinion, to share our proposals, and to share what we think about many aspects, what we think about many topics, and what we propose to solve the problems. I think it's like the best way to raise our voice, and now we're doing it from home. So thank you so much, Vince, for the invitation again.
Okay, thank you so much, Adolfo. And now let's proceed to our second speaker. So, our second speaker is actually from Indonesia. She's pursuing her bachelor's in accounting at Indonesia Open University. And she first joined in Asia Youth International Model United Nations in Kuala Lumpur. And she's also an award winning delegate in her MUN. So, let us welcome our second speaker. We have we have Essa. Hello, Essa.
Yeah, hello Vince. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Hello everyone here, and hello all the people who are watching this live now. My name is Esa Nadia, and I'm currently residing in Indonesia. And as what Vince said before, that I am my first MUN was actually last February, which is the Asia Youth International MUN, and it gave me so many new experiences as a new delegate as well. And after that, I'm joining a lot of MUN and meet amazing people like what we have here, Bianca, Adolfo, and Raisa, and also Vince. They have been like my MUN family. Like we join so many MUN together. And yeah, as what Adolfo said, one the best thing that we have from attending MUN is actually new friends, new family, and also new experiences, and how we actually could know how the global issue being solved, like how our voices can be heard. as the main problem solution for the issue, for the international issue. So yeah, I'm looking forward for the talk show today, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Essa. And now for our third speaker, she is an Indonesian who currently pursuing a degree in political science and diplomacy and double majoring in French language and literature at Chungnam National University in South Korea. She started her Model United Nations journey this year and addicted to it right away after her first conference. And she's also an award winning delegate. So, without further ado, let us all welcome Raisa Maulida. Hello, Raisa. Welcome to the program.
Raisa left the meeting as well. Easily left the meeting. I think uh, they are having problems.
Okay.
Uh,
So, I think Raisa has a technical issue on her part. Okay.
Hello, Vince.
Hello, Raisa. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. Back again. Thank you so much for the warm greeting and the introduction. So yeah, as Finn said that I'm Indonesian, but currently studying in South Korea, pursuing my degree here. As a political science and diplomacy student, I think that um, I wanted to join Moderated Nation so much, even before this year. But then I think that the pandemic has opened a change or a door for me to join Moderated Nation even at home. And I think it's a great opportunity for like all of us. In this pandemic, I believe that so much good people trying to help another youth to have to speak is one of the way. And some people already make an organization to build that monetization to give a chance to the youth to speak up. So yeah, I think that would be it for me.
Thank you so much, Raisa. And of course, the last, but definitely not the least. So, our last speaker or guest is a 16-year-old MUNer rather from Cebu, Philippines. She won three Best Delegates Award in a row in her MUN stint at Bali Asia International Model United Nations and International Global Network Online Model United Nations. So without further ado, let us welcome Bianca Go. Hi, Bianca.
Hi, thank you for the introduction, Vince, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to be a part of this and to inspire the youth. I am very grateful to have met all of you in an online Model UN. It was truly great knowing that there are people in this world who have the same goals as I do and who also want to be the change that the world needs. So I am more than thrilled and delighted for this talk show, and I'm sure all of us are excited to inspire more people to join Model UN because it's truly a platform that can help our world.
Well, indeed, I agree on what Bianca said. So thank you so much, V, for sharing your speech to us. So at this point, I think everyone is ready for the questions. Are you guys ready?
yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So for the questions, we will be doing it one by one so that we will not have distortion in the background. So I think we can start. So for the first question, okay. First question is, how do you define Model United Nations in your own words? So maybe we can start from Adolfo.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Vince. Okay, Actually, I defined MUN as a platform to grow substantially. Yes, actually, it's like a platform to be more informed about topics, to develop research skills, to develop diplomatic skills, but also for me, MUN is a platform to grow as person. Even independently of what you get in academic matters. In MUN, you learn to be more cooperative, to negotiate with others, to be more open-minded with other opinions. I think like MUN, it's the best part of MUN. It's like the protocol changed your lives because like before joining MUN, um, I'm sorry, I wasn't like focused on international things, or I was like close only to some ideas. But in the last conferences I joined, I have learned to experience more how can I explain it? To be more open-minded with others, to learn more than others, because like the best part of MUN is that it's a community, and all the people want to learn from others. So I define MUN as a platform to grow substantially, but also a platform to grow as person, to develop skills, to improve our English level, to make a lot of new friends, friends for life. Like for example, here Isha, Raisha, and Bia are one of my best foreign friends because MUN, it's like the best thing that a student can experience. Because if you really want to be bold in the world changes, if you really want to talk about what you propose to solve a problem, you should join MUN, because it's like a platform to be free, to be to be yourself. I'm sorry. It's like a platform to express your ideas, to a platform to research, a platform to be informed, a platform to grow in many aspects. Thank you so much, Vince.
Well, thank you so much, Adolfo. Yes, I agree on what you said that MUN is really a platform where we can do lots of research, we can come up with better solutions for everyone, for every country. Yes. So maybe we can hear some of the words also from Bianca.
So, for me, Model United Nations is basically a platform that allows us, the youth, to speak our minds and start being the change that our society needs. So, it gives us the opportunity to use our voice, especially for those who are voiceless and vulnerable. So, at this time, most of the time, the youth are being told that their voices are not important, or sometimes their opinions are not even received by the society, while MUN is here to be a platform so that we can be heard, so that we can express our opinions and we can truly make the world a better place. It also serves as an eye opener for me and for the other delegates who join Model UN, because it teaches us about the current contemporary issues that our society is currently facing. And with this, the delegates are also able to distinguish specific problems that each country is facing, no matter how underdeveloped or developed they are, and it makes us use our minds and find for solutions and distinguish the problems so that we can truly make a change in this world, even as young as we are.
Well, thank you so much, V, for sharing your thoughts. Maybe we can hear from Essa.
Okay, thank you so much. So the question is how you define MUN in my own words. Well, I think MUN is like my high school days where I can learn a lot of new things. I can explore myself and I can be active in every aspect that I have experienced, that I'm going to experience. So yeah, that's why I say that MUN is actually like my high school life, because that's when the youth actually experiencing new things, and they are actually moving to be more mature, and also their voice is actually could be heard by so many people. And yeah, MUN as well is actually a platform where we can put our ideas, where we will know how is our world currently condition currently. So yeah, um, that's also the platform where we can actually put our ideas there to so we can actually like have our role to infant ideas on how the global issue could be solved, and also how our thought, how our role could actually affecting the issue, the current world situation as well. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Essa. And we can, of course, we can hear also some words from Raisa. Hi, Raisa.
Oh, okay. Hello, Vince. So, modern education for me is where a platform where I can learn so many things that I couldn't acquire at school. Um, even though I'm learning politics and diplomacy in school, there's some gap that I cannot really learn in school, like for example, country policy or how to research non-government organization, what they do on, or how they work, something like that. Other than that, I believe that I agree with what Adolfo, Esa, and Via has said. Um, we can also you know, uh, make so many friends that later will become a family. For example, like me, Via, and Esa is actually working on the first hour online modern international and still contacting now and become a family. Other than that, me, Esa, and Vince also were joining a modern international together, and still we are having so much excitement to talk about some country policy, to talk about how what modern international will work for us to in the future, like to speak up about how this country's policy work, or how an action that can bring out our ideas and stuff. So I think that a lot of hello, Fins.
Vince, you're mute.
Okay, yeah. So can you now hear me, guys?
Yes, I hear you.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I totally agree on what you said about MUN. Like MUN is really a platform for us youth to be heard. That's what Bianca said. We make ourselves relevant in our society, and we do lots of research. Yes, in our we do lots of research, especially on the policies of our country, because it's really hard. That, oh gosh, like for example, I'm allocated with Vietnam, so I don't know what are the policies, the rules of Vietnamese government. So it's really a challenge for us to be more to have a wide perspective of things, not just only focusing on our country's own policies, but we also explore lots of things. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. So for the second question, what is your most memorable moment in joining Model United Nations? Maybe anyone can cite a specific instance or experience, like making a block, like, negotiating during unmods. So maybe we can start from Essa.
Okay, thank you, Finn. So yeah, there are so many memorable things while joining MUN. One of them is in my first MUN that I mentioned before, which is in Asia Youth International MUN. Like 90% of the committee is actually a first timer. So the chairs were like, "Oh my God, how should I handle this?" But they actually done it really good. Like they were so passionate, like they were so friendly, and they guide us really well. And also the other memorable things is of course our Ora et Labora family, because it was my first online MUN event held by held by the IGN. and we have like 50 delegates in that committee, but mostly the members is in our block, which is called Ora et Labora Fam, and the leader are here, Adolfo, Bianca, and also Raisa. It was so amazing. It was an amazing experience because everyone were so everyone are supporting each other, like they are helping each other argumentation, and also we kept contacting each other until now. So it was so amazing. Yeah, actually I have so many memorable moment, but if I told them all here, it won't be ended.
Well, that's a good experience po. Thank you so much, Esa. Maybe we can hear something from Bianca.
It's honestly hard to choose my most memorable experience because a lot of them are, but I think I'd like to point out two. The first one was during my first Model UN in Bali. So I was lucky enough to be able to be there with my friends and two teachers. We didn't only learn so many things, but we also made so much memories. And an added bonus was I was very surprised to be able to win Best Delegate there because we really went there just to have fun and to learn new things. We didn't expect to leave with an award. And the next memorable experience would be the first IGN online Model United Nations. I managed to meet such great people. In fact, Adolfo and I managed to create a blog with Essa, Raisa, and so much more other people, and that block later became a family. So it's really good to know that no matter what the country is, no matter what their stances are, we were together as one because at the end of the day we need world unity. And I'm also very happy that up to this day I am still in contact with some of the people from that block, and that block still remains to be a family for all of us. So yes, it's really, really important to create friends while you're in MUN because it's really not a competition. You shouldn't be there for the award. At the end of the day, you should be able to pass a draft resolution that's truly good and truly has solutions that can benefit all.
Wow. Well said, Via. Thank you so much. Next, we have Raisa.
All right. I think, I agree with like what Esa and Sia said. Like we have so much memorable things happen in modern nation. But if I had to choose one, I think it will be my first timer become a delegate in modern nation. It is when I was in International Global Network with Esa, Fia, and Adolfo. And I think that it is, for us, the first timer, I think that it is very important to have people who support you because, I when I first joined Model Nation, I feel that all the rules were very, very confusing and I don't know how to speak in front of the others. And, some people via and the other also like come to me, reach me out. Do you want to work with us? We will help you find out what is it monetization. And I feel the warmth of the blog as well as via and maybe Adolfo will be said later. Um, you know, I feel the warmth and people there they support me and they explain to me which is a first timer at that time. Like it is very important for me. I mean, like, yeah, for the first timer to be in that kind of situation and community where they can support each other. And I think that most of Modern International delegates will have most memorable time when they are a first timer. And yeah, I think that would be it.
Thank you so much, Raisa. And of course, let's hear some words from Adolfo.
Okay, thank you so much. My most memorable moments in MUN. Actually, it's pretty hard to choose, but I'm gonna mention two. First, I'm gonna mention my first MUN experience. Actually, here in my school, we have like a very important MUN for our city. And when I joined the school, like our teacher presented us the conference as a project, only as like a school project. And we were, I'm sorry, we were like only participating like in a school project. In my first MUN, I was barely speaking because I was trying to learn everything about the ROP, ROP route of procedure, like in my first MUN, I didn't talk too much. I didn't participate too much. I didn't was like a very motivated delegate. Like I was only observing others to learn and to understand the procedures because um, so as Raisa have mentioned, be a first timer sometimes means like be confused because the ROP are so confusing for first timers. So actually, I think the most memorable experience was like when I reached my first MUN and when I was sponsor of the resolution in my first conference, and I didn't expect to win the honorable mention in my first online, I'm sorry, in my first offline MUN. And it was like I was very surprised because like even if I was not participating a lot in the moderate caucus or in the discussions, like in the negotiation, I was very good, and I was a sponsor and I participated in the presentation of the DR. And at the end of the day, I got an award, and I got really surprised because I expected. The second most memorable experience is definitely Ora et Labora family. For me, Ora et Labora, it's more than a block. We were a family. We were like very strong block. I can remember our Zoom calls, our meetings, how we unity we were. Like I remember that a lot of delegates were first timers in Ora et Labora, and we had like our own MUN 101. And we were always like trying to teach others about the procedures, uh, but more than a block, we were like a family to support others. I can remember the messages from others, always trying to congratulate everyone for the work. Like for example, when anyone like participate in the moderated caucus, although they could say like congrats, you were like very amazing, you did it, you nailed it, like we were very motivated because we are really a family. Like in all the MUNs I have joined, I made like good blogs, and sometimes like um, blogs that after the conference were like groups, like themes, like friends themes. But our at Labora was different because we were a family. We were a MUN family, like just people trying to search the same thing, trying to eradicate the school violence because the topic was about the school violence, and the draft resolution was very comprehensive. We submitted all the documents in on time, and at the end we were like, for example, I can remember that we were around 50 delegates, and in our block we had 35 delegates. So it was very amazing because we were a very good family. As well, other memorable experience is when I joined IMF console in IGN Online MUN with Bia. Like Bia for me, it's like one of the most important persons um, of this quarantine. Like I know her in this quarantine because of online MUN. I joined with her IMF, and we really had very comprehensive DR. But at the end, the most memorable thing of online MUN is that we teach others. Other people learn from us, and it is the best part that we like we shared our experiences with other first timers that now are involved in more conferences, other first timers that now are winning awards, that are now involved in the world changers, that are now interested in more conferences. Like it's the purpose of MUN at the end. Create young leaders, create people that is interested to change the things, to reach the SDGs. So the most memorable things are that for me, in my own experience. Thank you, Vince.
Thank you so much, Adolfo. So yeah, I think, based on what you said, guys, the most memorable thing that you can have in MUN, it's more on networking, especially when you're forming a block. because if you have the block, it will serve as your group. Like you do lots of meeting, and then you help each other, like you help win your draft resolution and your motions. So yeah, I mean, yeah, during my experience as well, my most memorable experience in Moon was actually in IGN, in the second batch in WHO, because the people were, yeah, there were lots of first timers as well. And yeah, we help each other because the debate and also the presentation of draft resolution was very intense. So yeah, I mean, they were so helpful, and they were very good, they were very kind. So yeah, until now we still contacting each other. And then the other one, I think, was the Madam Chair forever, like in Global Youth, because yeah, there were so many like funny moments that we had during that time, not only in our block, but basically in the entire council. So you will meet lots of people with different personality. So yeah, sometimes you are being tested on your soft skills, like your communication skills and your leadership skills. So yeah, I think those are the words that I would like to summarize from your points. So yeah, it was really a good experience. And then let's proceed to the third question. So yeah, so earlier we discussed about your memorable moments in Model United Nations. So for the third question, guys, are there any embarrassing moments you have experienced in the conference? Maybe we can start from I know you guys have so many embarrassing moments. I know. Not only in the council, but maybe in our block, or yeah, we'll see. So let's start from Raisa. Raisa.
Well, I think yeah, Vince is right. Like we have so much embarrassing moments in moderated nation because no, actually I never been to offline moderated nation, so mostly I just attend online moderated nation. But then because it's online, there are so much trouble with well internet connection, or we don't really understand how the application works and stuff. So I think my most embarrassing moment is that when it was Model International Universal, I was delegate of Indonesia to in UN Women. That time we were holding a conference on Zoom, but then we had unmoderated caucus. Me and my block was making a plan on how to. Well, it's not really attacking. When we are in a moderated nation, we need to make a plan on how we make this our draft resolution more interesting to have a good point. But then we were talking about it, and I forgot to actually mute the mic, and everyone was listening, even the chair. And and I do it like 2 times. I called my other like sponsor for our VR, and I called her, and I do it like 2 times. But then I come back to the Zoom, and everyone was like, "You forgot to mute their mic," and I was like, "All right." Uh, and yeah, I think that is my most embarrassing moment because after that it was 2 days conference, but I did the mistake in my first day conference. And after that, I really don't want to show up my face to the other delegate because like it was very, very embarrassing. So I think that is most memorable, embarrassing moment for me.
Yes. Thank you so much, Raisa. Maybe we can hear some words from Bianca.
I'm not sure if I really had an embarrassing moment, but what I can recall was during the International Monetary Fund Model UN, um, we voted upon an unmoderated caucus. So turns out that um, I was very, very excited to start the unmoderated caucus. That before the unmoderated caucus could even start, I already started with the unmoderated caucus. So since it was online, I was screaming on my laptop, telling everyone to join my block, telling everyone my solutions, not knowing it was very silent and everyone was staring at me. So it turns out that there was no unmoderated caucus yet. The chairs did not agree to the motion yet, and the chairs did not open it yet. So it was really embarrassing when the chairs had to stop me from talking, and I thought I was doing something wrong. And I really was, because turns out I was super duper excited that I started before something was even passed. I think that's my most embarrassing moment, but I don't really think it goes as to par as to what other people experience in Model UN, because I've seen a lot of delegates that truly had their embarrassing moments.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on what Via said. There are so many embarrassing moments, like not only in technical aspect, but also when it comes to the people in the council. So yeah, maybe we can hear some words from Adolfo.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, Vince. Actually, I want to remark something like nobody is perfect, and I had some embarrassing moments in some conferences. Sometimes I lose the control because one of the things I'm not proud of is that sometimes I can like put my emotions under my actions. Sometimes my emotions are over my actions. So actually, for example, in the first online MUN, um, I was like, I have to accept that I have like a fight with a delegate to want to march the resolutions, but we're saying like for example we don't want to march resolutions, we want to stay with different yards, and there were like very saying like please march it because it's the best thing, but at the end it was the decision of the blocks. So in the first online MUN, I fought with a delegate, but in the last MUN, actually I had a problem with a chair because in the presentation of the draft resolutions, the chair space motions under their consideration, even if in the presentation, for example, I know like that we vote against our block, vote against the presentation of one DR to other delegates. Like we vote in favor of our presentation, but we vote against the presentation of the other block. So the chair said that the motion passed even if the votes weren't enough. Like a presentation of a draft resolution is not the same that based on moderated caucus or based on moderated caucus. It's like a simple motion. It's a presentation of an entire document. So I got mad with the chairs, and I talked with the secretary general, and it was like a very big crisis in the conference, because sometimes like when I face an unfair situation, I don't want to be quiet. I don't want to like only be quiet and don't say anything. I mean, like I talked with the Secretary General, and I don't know if the chairs got mad with me because I told the Secretary General what happened, but at the end, the chairs thought that I didn't have the reason and the problem. So I think the most embarrassing moments are the moments that I lost the control of my actions. But in my opinion, it can happen to everyone. Like it's my personality. I mean, I'm good in a lot of things, and I would want to be cooperative in the conferences. But sometimes I lose the control over my actions, and it is not bad at all. I mean, like sometimes it's comprehensive that I remember that I was tired as well. As a bonus, I was tired because it was like 6 a.m. I always take online MUNs at night here in Mexico because, like I am in the other side of the world. So I was tired. The chairs were unfair. The presentation of the other DR attacked our DR, directly attacked. Like they said, the other delegates didn't create a comprehensive DR. The other DR is not good at all. I got very mad because we worked hard in the draft resolution and they was only insulting our DR, and the chairs were like supporting the other draft resolutions even if we didn't vote in favor for the motions. So I think are the more embarrassing moments for me, the moments that when I lost the control over my actions, but I think it is comprehensive sometimes.
Yes, yes. I agree. I agree on what Adolfo said. So basically, based from your insights, sometimes there are embarrassing moments in terms of external aspect. It could be in other delegates. It could be your technical, your technology, or it could be from the chair. So everyone or everything in your environment can be a hindrance in participating well in Model United Nations. But sometimes we can also be the embarrassment to others, when we don't when we don't when we don't know how to control our emotions, when we don't we don't assess ourselves as as a delegate, because in MUN we were taught how to be diplomatic, the way we approach to people, the way we lead other people, and the way we negotiate. So sometimes, yeah, there can be we can have a reflection and a contemplation on our action. But yeah, I can still remember that during one of my MUN, like there's this delegate who's like he's really arguing, like during my speech, my motions. He was like, point of order, chair, like so many points of order. Like he really wants to interrupt me in GSL and even in, raising points. So I was like, okay, at first I was so on fire. Like I really want to fight with him. But when you get to realize that, oh gosh, like sh- should I fight this person, or is it a diplomatic way if I argue with people? Like, is it really a big deal? So yeah, sometimes we have to contemplate our actions. And then I can still remember that one of our chairs, she was like, okay, like she was so embarrassed by that delegate. So afterwards, like, okay, let the chairs moderate the session. Let the chairs discipline that delegate for his wrongdoings, for his undiplomatic actions. But yeah, we learn from our mistakes, and that is natural because we are human beings. No one is perfect. So yeah, I think we have a good reflection, and based on our experiences. So yeah, I mean, this talk is very meaningful because we get to unveil all of our experiences, both good and bad moments. So yeah. So for our second to the last question, what skill or what specific skill did you develop the most in joining Model United Nations? Maybe we can start from Adolfo.
Okay, can you repeat the question, please?
Okay. So the question is, what specific skill
Okay.
did you develop the most in joining
Okay,
MUN?
actually, in my last years joining MUN, I have got several skills. I can say that my most outstanding or my most remarkable skills I got are first public speaking skills. Like in the general speakers list and on in moderate caucus speeches, you learn a lot to express, to talk, and to persuade others about your ideas. So public speaking skills are one. Second, it's like about writing. Actually, um, when you write the documents, like you learn about formal writing, about formal grammar, and actually, it's one of the skills I got. Um, the third I can remark, it's the negotiation skills, like be more not only negotiation in MUN. I mean, like sometimes when I have a fight, I use the same negotiation process that MUN in my personal life. Like always listen others, hear others, and use the dialogue to create a solution to the problem. I think are the three more remarkable skills I have got, like public speaking skills, writing or formal writing skills, and actually the negotiation skills that are not only close in MUN. I think that skills are open to my personal life, and I have got I have learned a lot from MUN to grow in many aspects, but my remarks are that three skills. But there are a lot to learn, like about not only about negotiation, public speaking, and writing. Like you can learn about research skills. I can talk about the diplomatic skills. I can talk about the importance of expression skills and a lot of skills to develop. And actually, I now like a more friendly person after MUN because I learned to accept others. I learned to accept other cultures. You know, like in international MUNs, I learned to accept other cultures, to accept other people, even if they are from other country. You know, like it's the best part of MUN, like the culture exchange. Thank you, Vince.
Thank you so much, Adolfo. Next, let's hear from Essa.
Thank you, Vince. So yeah, by joining MUN, I think that I have developed my public speaking skill, especially in speech and also debating skill. And like what Adolfo said, the negotiating skill is really developed, I think. And also by joining MUN as well, since I'm not only joining it as delegate, I'm joining it as secretariat as well. So I think I developed new skill, which is organizational skill, because handling an MUN as the delegate affairs team is like handling 100 delegates and like allocating them to their preferred countries and such. And it's like such a new experience for me, and also it was such a fun thing to do. So while doing that, I gained a new skill, which is the organizational skill. That's
Well,
it.
thank you so much, Essa. Now let's proceed to Bianca.
So I think what most delegates would obviously say would be public speaking. However, it's different for me. It's not really the first one on the list because I was lucky enough that in my previous school, St. Benedict, they managed to train me well for this at the early age of 6. So what I think are the skills that I truly developed throughout Model UN would be diplomacy and negotiation. So in the past, it was kind of hard to me to even just approach someone and say hi. I would often feel shy and I would overthink what the other person would feel about me. But because of Model UN, I was enjoying meeting new faces. So you really have to go and meet delegates you don't even know. You have to meet delegates of different cultures, delegates who have different religions, delegates from different countries. So with Model UN, especially during my first one, I managed to have the guts to walk up to a person, say hi, ask him and her where she's from, make friends, negotiate with that person, tell that person my stance, some of the solutions I have, so that we could block together and we could work together in the draft resolution. So this diplomacy and negotiation does not only stay within Model UN, but it's something that I could also use in my real life scenario. So it teaches me that no matter what difference you have with other countries, like no matter if you're China or the USA, at the end of the day, what you should aim for is peace and unity. That's world unity, and we can also relate that to our lives. And negotiation is something that's truly helpful, especially since my sister and I currently ventured in a small online business. So it truly helps us. And yes, MUN teaches you so many skills, but I think what stands out for me would be diplomacy and negotiation.
Thank you so much, V, for that wonderful points that you share to us. So thank you. And let's proceed to Riza.
All right, thank you, Vince. Um, for me, I mean, like, I've been working in Moderated Nation, in delegates, well, secretariat and member of DICE. So I think that Moderated Nation has, well, as Adolfo, as I and Via said, that public speaking has an important role and to develop our self, and Moderated Nation has helped us to develop this skill. I think other than that, when public speaking in modernity nation, the important thing is that we need to speak, but based on the real information. So even though, like, we don't really represent our country, we represent other country. Before doing our speech, we need to on the country policy. We won't give any false information. We need to give, you know, our give the speech in modernity nation. Other than that, I think that I believe that we gain skill sometime in modernity nation. Suddenly, something happen like we need to like deal with the other delegates. Suddenly we need to, you know, our DR has so much problem and need to fix. So I think that with that, situation, we can like gain also knowledge to solve the problem and handle the situation. Other than that, I think that we need to we can also learn leadership skill by joining modernity nation, either in either to become a delegate or even a secretariat or board of dice or chair and director. So I think that this skill, I believe that is very, very usable in our life. And I think that modern nation has opened the opportunity for us to learn this this skill by joining it. So I think that would be it.
Yes, thank you so much, as Raisa. Yeah, I agree on what you said, guys. The most common thing that we get to develop in MUN, it's your communication skill, your public speaking skill. Because especially when you were a first timer, like, you get to be intimidated by the other delegates, and you're clueless on what to do during the conference, like the rules and procedures, the debating. So there are so many things that you will encounter in joining MUN. And yeah, and also I would like to emphasize the other points that you guys mentioned, like the cultural sensitivity, because when you join international MUN, there are so many culture, there are so many different people with different personalities that you get to encounter. So yeah, as what Bianca said, we also get to develop our diplomatic skill. We get to be more respectful. We get to be more sensitive on our words, our actions that might, that could offend other delegates. So yeah. And lastly, I would also like to highlight what Raisa said, the flexibility of being part of MUN. Because if you're a delegate, you have the opportunity also to organize your own MUN. You also get to level up your status, not only as a delegate, but later on, if you have so much experience, you also get to be part of the dice, the executive board, the directorate. MUN offers a lot of possibilities to us, as youth leaders, as aspiring young diplomats. So yeah, I couldn't agree more to what you said, guys. Okay, so are you guys ready for our last question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the last question, why for the last question, this is like more on encouragement. You encourage those people who are not really familiar with MUN. So why choose or why join MUN? So maybe we can start with Raisa.
All right. Well, I think that you should join moderated nation because, like, first of all, in my case, that I don't really have anything to do because of the quarantine, and I believe that you can spend your weekend by doing something that is really helpful to your life, which is moderated nation. And the good thing about it is that so much organization is offering a free moderated nation, so that isn't it very good? that you can you can gain so many skills and knowledge by joining Modern Nation, but it's free. I mean, like, yeah, it's very good. The first point is that you can spend your weekend by joining Modern Nation, doing a productive weekend. Other than that, well, you can gain so many skills and knowledge that we've already mentioned before. Third, you can have a family like us having a family with our Red Labor Farm, or with Fins as I am. We are having a gossip box every day, talking about so much things in life. Um, Other than that, I think that you know you can also like joining Modernity Nation, because you can also um, you know learn about other people, culture, or language, handle or solving the problems in your life. Other than that, well, leadership skills, research. You can also gain knowledge about a country policy by um, research and drafting the resolution. You can also joining a secretariat, which is, will be very valuable for your future. So I think that this reason will help you, and maybe you will attract you to join Moderated Nation. So I think that would be it for me.
Wow, that was great po. Thank you so much, Raisa, for sharing your, your thoughts. Next, let's proceed to Essa.
Okay, thank you, fans. So yeah, why we should joining MUN? In my opinion, as I am from Indonesia, the very basic thing is for developing our English skill, because here English is not our second language. So everyone here like facing a situation where they not really have the skill to speak English. So by joining MUN, they gonna have the chance to actually developing that skill. And also the next step is actually public speaking that I have mentioned before and the others have mentioned before. And also uh, it will also like um, widen your circle, and you will have a really good network, because everyone in this moon circle is actually amazing people, because they are really have a huge concern, a huge uh, goals to be a better future. The yacht we have that gonna have the better future for everyone. And also in my case, why I'm joining MUN in the first place, it was like because I have been dreaming to be a diplomat since in my elementary school, and it feels like by joining MUN, I feels like MUN is such a train for me that will bring me to that position, to the position as diplomat that I have wanted long before, even though my major is really not matching with diplomacy, which is accounting. But I think that by joining MUN, it can give me so many valuable experience, so many valuable new skills that I can use it to develop myself to be a good diplomat in the future. And also I would like to, like what Raisa said before, that nowadays due to the pandemic we have so many online MUN, which most of them is actually free. So since it's free, we no need for us to spend anything to have any sacrifices. So while at the same time you will get so many new experiences and new skills, you will gain that amazing people, new people. And also it will give you like international circle, which is really good, that you will learn so many things from them as well. So yeah, I really encourage the youth from Indonesia and also from all around the world to join, to try to have a try to join an online MUN. We have so many new MUN here, including the International Youth Development MUN as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Essa, for sharing your thoughts. Now let's proceed to Adolfo.
Okay. Thank you so much, Vince. I want to close this last question. Well, I want to close my participation in this forum with this last question. Actually, there are like thousands of reasons to join MUN, but I want to mention, like in my opinion, the three most important reasons. Okay, for me, MUN it's like a way to learn about the world. Actually, we are in a globalized world that is changing every day, and it is being globally aware, and it's important than ever because like the world is changing every day because we are now like in a very technological and scientific area. So now we are facing like changes every day. So actually I think it's like one of the most important things, be informed about how is the world and how is the world improving, the capacity building to solve some problems. So it is like, for me, my first most important thing to join MUN. My second one is to develop leadership skills. Actually, in MUN, yeah, we can improve our skills to research, to develop the public speaking skills and teamwork. But actually, these skills are gonna will we need to our careers. Like when we're gonna go to college, they're gonna be needed because MUN give us the chance to participate um, in many activities and practice them. Well, we are students, like we're now students, and we're like making simulations, the United Nations meetings. And now we're sitting, but we're like developing leadership skills. And if the future, and if we really want to search a work, maybe we're gonna know the protocols of the United Nations works of about the negotiation skills works. So I think it's the second most important thing, that we can develop leadership skills. The third more important thing, in my opinion, it's like we can leverage our MUN experience to get into college and find jobs. In our curriculums, right, that we're MUNers, we're experienced and awarded MUNers. It's like a very important thing because some admissions officers or job interviewers looks for examples of leaderships. Like they looks for more than only like good grades in school, or more than a person that is informed about the academic matters, or a person that has completed a career. Like us with our experience as delegate and conference organizer or chairs, will be like an evidence of our work on leadership, and it will be easier for us to search a work. It will be easier for us to find a work and to like have a best curriculum, because at the end, like for example, I'm a member of MUN Impact organization. MUN Impact is an world organization that works to promote the SDGs in MUN, that believes that MUN is like a good way to run and promote the SDGs in all the world. I am diplomat of Central American region of MUN Impact, and we really believe in MUN Impact, that MUN is not only about discussing or only about researching or only about getting an award. MUN is a platform to speak, a platform to be heard, a platform to learn more from others. And actually, at the end, it's like the best simulation or the best activity when we can participate in during this quarantine or during this age, because as we're like studying high school or college, now we can like represent countries official in the United Nations, or participate in official meetings. But in these simulations, we're learning a lot, and at the end of the day, it is the best part of MUN. Like you're feeling so important because you're participating in a very realistic simulation. So thank you so much. But if you really want to improve many skills, if you really want to make a lot of friends, if you really want to change your mind, to be more open mind, to be more informed about the world, to have more friends, to be, I've been happier than in this quarantine. And even if we're not in a quarantine, join MUN, because actually MUN changed my life. Like I'm being MUNer is one of the best things I have. And being international MUNer, it's like a very amazing thing. So thank you so much, Vince. Thank you so much, everyone.
Wow, thank you so much, Adolfo. And of course, let's hear some words from Bianca.
So, most people think or already have that stereotype in their mind that most people who join Model UN are either future lawyers, teachers, diplomats, future country ambassadors, and more. But I'm here to tell you that literally anyone can join Model UN. So, if you want to create an impact in today's world, then MUN would be the perfect platform for you. This is well proven because MUN has also helped very influential people in our society, like Barack Obama and Emma Watson. So it will help you become a more informed global citizen, and it would help us achieve sustainable development goals by 2030. So aside from that, MUN will also help you enhance your public speaking skills while teaching you how to do proper research, ensuring that you kept all your receipts including your citations. It will also help you be more diplomatic and it will also enhance your negotiation skills. So, if you are tired of hearing the same empty promises from our world leaders, then go to MUN. Why? Because it will help you be the voice for the voiceless and it's going to make you be the voice for the most vulnerable. We should stop wanting or seeking for change because change starts in little ways like you. So, fellow global citizens, be the change that our world needs today.
Wow, thank you so much, Bianca. So I guess that's it. Thank you so much, Bianca, Adolfo, Essa, and Raisa for being present and for sharing your experience here in our show. So thank you so much, guys. Yeah, I agree on what you said that MUN is really a very good platform for a youth to develop, one's diplomatic skills, leadership skills, negotiation skills, public speaking. In MUN, nothing is impossible. Like even when you're not taking international relations or maybe you're taking other discipline in MUN, as long as you have the passion to make a difference, and if you want to to advocate for something that you think that it will be beneficial for the global community, then this platform will help you to to lobby and to preach. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and yeah, thank you. So to all the viewers out there, if you want to develop your diplomatic skill, your leadership skill, your negotiation skill, or if you want to make a difference in MUN, nothing is impossible. So once again, I am Vince EJ Nanas, your director for UNESCO under International Youth Development Model United Nations, and your host for today's event. And once again, this is MUN at home, youth leaders of today's world. Thank you and have a good day, everyone. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye,
Good night
everyone.
from Mexico.
Thank you,